Ruben Amorim confirms Manchester United's surprising selection versus Arsenal. Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Man United will have a week-long gap between games for the first time since August, but their team at Arsenal will not be unchanged. Ruben Amorim has confirmed Altay Bayındır will start for Manchester United in their FA Cup third-round tie against Arsenal. Bayındır started in all three League Cup ties this season but was widely criticized for his errors in the 4-3 quarter-final defeat to Tottenham. Despite his performance at Spurs last month, the Turkey international will be recalled to the starting 11 at the Emirates Stadium. Altay is going to play, Amorim said. Marcus Rashford is also available for selection after missing the Liverpool match through illness. I think we have to put the best team, we have to win, and we have to follow the last performance. We had time to train, to rest, so I will choose the best team to win because we want also to win the cup. In the cup, you never know. Sometimes it's better to win this type of game and then you have less time to rest, but your mind is so different you can cope with the physical aspect of the game. United won their 13th FA Cup last season and have only gone out at the third round stage 3 times in the past 40 years. Amorim will be managing the club for the first time in the competition and recalled United's triumph in 1999. I think it's a really old competition with a lot of history, he added. I remember some finals when we won the treble against Newcastle. Sir Alex Ferguson saved some players, was really important for the club. We won some cups, we want to continue. We know at this stage we have a really strong match, but we want to win and continue to improve the team and the performance. Arsenal beat United 2-0 in the Premier League at the Emirates Stadium last month by scoring from 2 corners. United have since conceded from set pieces against Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, Tottenham, Bournemouth and Wolves. United will have had a rare week-long gap between matches on Sunday after their 2-2 draw with Liverpool at Anfield. That fixture was played 6 days after United's previous game, a 2-0 home defeat to Newcastle, and the longer preparation time had a big bearing on their fine performance. Amorim stressed United have focused on set-piece defending ahead of taking on Arsenal. I think we rotate more in that part where we were trying to find out what kind of player do we have. Then a lot of players were returning from injuries, now we are rotating less. I feel that sometimes I have to choose fresh legs because I look at same players in the best position and I feel they are at the same level, so I try to put some fresh legs in. Now we had time to train a little bit more. I expect our team to understand better the game. We try to work on set pieces. Man Utd's boardroom shake-up with replacement for sacked Dan Ashworth found. Manchester United are set to undergo a boardroom reshuffle after the departure of sporting director Dan Ashworth was confirmed in December. Manchester United have reportedly identified a successor to former sporting director Dan Ashworth as part of significant boardroom changes. The club had previously negotiated a compensation package in the region of £2 to £3 million to secure Ashworth from Newcastle last summer. However, 5 months later, it was announced that Ashworth and United had mutually agreed to end his time at the club. Following Ineos' purchase of a minority stake in United last February, the Sir Jim Ratcliffe-backed group took control of football operations. Omar Barada was appointed CEO, Jason Wilcox was brought in as technical director from Southampton, and new interim director of recruitment Christopher Vival reported to Ashworth. In December, Ashworth's exit created an important vacancy, but instead of appointing another new face, United are confident that they already have the right person at the club. According to the Daily Mail, a boardroom reshuffle will expand Wilcox's influence and change his responsibilities. While there had been discussions about appointing a new sporting director, Barada is expected to entrust Wilcox with the role following Ratcliffe's approval for a major overhaul. Wilcox, a former Premier League winner with Blackburn Rovers, is set to keep his title as technical director. His new role will see him working closely with Barada and Ineos chief Sir Dave Brailsford in a 3-person leadership team. The 53-year-old became Manchester City's academy director in 2017 before leaving to become Southampton's director of football in 2023. United's chief operating officer, Colette Roche, is reportedly set to oversee operations and logistics at the club's Carrington training ground, allowing Wilcox to concentrate on his new responsibilities. Meanwhile, Vival is expected to continue offering recruitment insight and is discussing making his position permanent. Vival was appointed Chelsea's technical director in July 2023, but his role quickly evolved due to changes in the club's ownership structure. Chelsea had hired him after a successful stint within Red Bull's multi-club network, but left after just 7 months at Stamford Bridge. After spending time on gardening leave, Vival joined United on a temporary basis in July. One of Vival's most notable achievements at Red Bull was signing Erling Haaland for Salzburg from Molde in 2019. The 38-year-old has a knack for spotting young talent and reportedly played a crucial role in United securing the signature of 18-year-old midfielder Seko Kone for just over £1 million in the summer. Man United ready to do everything possible to sign striker with talks already underway. Manchester United are on the hunt for fresh talent following an underwhelming first half of the season. Manchester United are said to be determined to do everything possible to secure the services of Paris Saint-Germain forward Randal Kolo Muani this month. The Red Devils have been lackluster in front of goal this season and have netted just 23 times in their opening 20 Premier League matches. United have failed to find the back of the net in 8 of their top-flight encounters this term, with rivals sousing out ways to keep their faltering attack at bay. And Red Devils boss Ruben Amorim is in desperate need of firepower, with his side closer to the relegation zone than they are to the top 4. According to Sky Germany, United's efforts to sign Kolo Muani are becoming more concrete, and they will do all they can to get their hands on the 2022 World Cup runner-up. The Red Devils have recently held very specific talks with the 26-year-old's management team and are now expected to enter into negotiations with PSG over a transfer. The 13-time Premier League champions are considering a loan deal but ideally want to include a clause that would give them an option to eventually buy the player. Kolo Muani has netted just 11 goals in 54 appearances for PSG since joining the club from Eintracht Frankfurt for £76 million in September 2023. He has only started 2 League One games this season, with PSG boss Christophe Galtier often unable to find a place for the ace in his starting team. But he does have 8 goals in 27 appearances for France and was handed a starting place in the 2022 World Cup final as France lost to Argentina following a penalty shootout. Kolo Muani has been linked with a host of clubs this month, with Tottenham and Juventus also thought to be in the running to prize him away from France. And it remains to be seen whether the Frenchman can secure a transfer before the end of the window. United were said to be eyeing up a move for Kolo Muani when he was still plying his trade for Frankfurt. But the English Giants instead opted to snap up Rasmus Højlund from Atlanta in a £72 million deal. The Red Devils were said to be swayed by Højlund's age, profile, and slightly cheaper price. But the 21-year-old Netherlands international has failed to live up to his billing at Old Trafford after contributing 23 goals in 66 appearances for the club and failing to shine in the biggest matches. And it appears Amorim's side will now attempt to get Kolo Muani to Old Trafford once and for all. Agreed, Man United could be about to get first January wish as £70 million man on the move. Man United need to sell players this month before they can look at permanent signings. Permanent signings at Manchester United this month hinge on the club's ability to sell some members of their current squad, with head coach Ruben Amorim restricted to loans and free agents as things stand. Academy graduate Marcus Rashford is seeking a move away with AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain and Premier League rivals West Ham United among the clubs showing an interest. The Old Trafford club are open to offers for a large chunk of their squad as they seek to provide funds to Amorim to target players who can fit into his system as he looks to stamp his identity on the starting 11. Speaking about the club's plans at the very end of December, Amorim said, "When the window is open, we can try to do something and we will try to do something. But I think in the next weeks we are going to have more time to train and we can improve. That's the only way. We had a lot of games without training. Now we will have more space to grow. You can see that the context is worse in this moment, as we had a lot of losses, so we have to manage everything." Casemiro agrees move. In reports relayed by Sky Sports News, Brazilian midfielder Casemiro has agreed a deal to move to the Saudi Pro League this month. The 32-year-old is under contract at Old Trafford until the summer of 2026, having signed a 4-year deal when he arrived for a transfer worth up to £70 million from Real Madrid 2.5 years ago. Since Amorim's first game in charge, A 1-1 draw at Ipswich. Casemiro has made just 6 appearances for the Red Devils. 2 of those were in the Premier League at the end of December as United lost to Wolves and Newcastle United. He did not feature in the 2-2 draw with Liverpool at Anfield and has fallen behind Manuel Ugarte and Kobbie Mainoo in the pecking order. Given that United need funds before they can consider permanent deals, interest from the Saudi Pro League comes as a boost given that any transfer would involve a fee as Casemiro has 18 months to run on his United contract. Just this week, it was claimed United legend Cristiano Ronaldo urged his Saudi Pro League side Al Nassr to make a move for Casemiro. The pair played together for a few months at United before the former Sporting CP's outspoken rant against the club that sparked his departure. I think Casemiro should know tonight that he should only have another 3 games left at the top level. The next 2 league games and the cup final, then he should be thinking, I need to go to the MLS or Saudi. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher famously said on Sky Sports after a high-profile 4-0 loss to Crystal Palace. This has to stop because we are watching one of the greats of the modern time. I always remember the saying, leave the football before the football leaves you. The football has left him.